Good day, Freshies! Welcome back to another episode of Learning Mathematics here at DepEd TV. I am Teacher Belle, ang iyong kaduo sa Math 7. This is a new day for fun and exciting learning in mathematics. Together, let's be Math Ibay, Math Talino, and Math Galing! Now bring out your pen and your self-learning module as we unravel the mathematical world of multiplication and division of integers. We are here again at the library. In today's episode, we are going to discover and learn how to multiply and divide integers. But first, let me just search for my companion. Actually, I am still with Integer today, but she got ahead of me. Hello?
Hello, Iha. I've been looking for you.
I'm here at the computer station. Okay, I will wait for you here, huh? Bye, okay.
Let's find Integer's location on the map. Here it is. So approximately, Integer is 24 meters away from where we are standing. Let's go! Integer!
Oh, Iha. Good thing that you are here na, huh? Come on, let's go there, oh.
Wait, Integer. I thought you were 24 meters away from where we were standing a while ago.
Yeah, actually, I walked 9 meters back because you are too slow. I felt like I have been here forever.
So, how many meters have I walked already? If Integer already walked 24 meters from where we were standing a while ago, and I met her after she walked 9 meters back, how many meters have I already walked from our initial location? We can add the number of meters Integer walked. That is 24 meters forward and 9 meters back. So we can associate it with negative 9. So we have 24 plus negative 9. Applying the rule for addition of integers, for unlike signs, we simply subtract the absolute value, then copy the sign of the integer which has the larger absolute value. In this case, 24 minus 9 is 15, and 24 has the larger absolute value, so that is positive 15. So I already walked 15 meters from our initial location.
Great job, ahihados and ahihadas. But where should we go first?
I actually want to go to the cafeteria.
Oh, exactly what in my mind. But how far are we from the cafeteria ba?
That is approximately 34 meters away from our initial location.
Then, how far should we walk pa?
Well, if we are 15 meters from the initial location and the cafeteria is 34 meters from there, we can simply subtract these integers to know how far we still need to walk. So that is 34 minus 15. What will be our difference? 19! We need to walk 19 more meters to reach the cafeteria.
You know, ahihados and ahihadas, I'm planning to go to Tagaytay for a short vacation. Of course, after this pandemic. You should come with me.
If we come with you, I will bring 3 more friends with me, including Ben.
Sure, Iha. But you should pay for our fare, okay?
I thought you would pay for our fare. Anyways, if the fare from Manila to Tagaytay is 200 pesos, and we are 5 people in our group, what operation do you think should we perform on these integers to to know how much we will pay? That's right! Multiplication. We need to multiply the two integers. So that will be 5 times 200, which will result to 1,000 pesos. Very good! Seems like you already know something about multiplying integers.
Really? I think ahijadas and ahijadas should learn more.
You are right, Auntie Jer. Are you ready, freshies? Let's get started. This time, we will start with multiplication. Let's multiply the following numbers. 2 times 3 is 6. 5 times 3 is 15. 7 times 8 is 56. Wow! You did a great job! In multiplication, the number to be multiplied is called the multiplicand. The number of times we will repeat the multiplicand is called the multiplier. The values that are multiplied are called the factors. And the result obtained is called the product. For example, multiply 20 by 2. The multiplicand is 20. The multiplier is 2. The factors are 20 and 2. And our product is 40. In multiplication of integers, we need to familiarize ourselves with the symbol used in multiplying numbers. How do we know if the symbol used means multiplication? Sometimes, we use parentheses. If we see numbers enclosed in parentheses, it means that the operation is multiplication. Say for instance, 2 times 3. But there are cases that integers are enclosed in parentheses just to separate the sign from other operations. For example, 2 plus negative 3. Here, the operation is addition, not multiplication. Don't forget, we will multiply numbers enclosed in the parentheses if there is no operation between them. Did you get it? If so, then you are math galing! We can also use this multiplication symbol. And the last symbol used is the dot or bullet operator. And before we multiply integers, we need to be familiar first with the rules in multiplying integers. Are you ready? Of course you are, because remember, you are math galing! Rule number 1. When you multiply two numbers with the same sign, the product is positive. What does it mean? It means that positive times positive is equal to positive. Negative times negative is equal to positive. For rule number 2, when you multiply two numbers with different signs, the product is negative. This means that positive times negative is equal to negative. Negative times positive is equal to negative. And the last rule, any number multiplied by 0 gives a product of 0. 0 times any number is equal to 0. Any number times 0 is equal to 0. Again, remember rule number 1. Same sign is positive. Number 2, different sign is negative. And last, any number times 0 is 0. Now, let's apply the rules in multiplying integers. Help me in finding the product of the two integers. Let's have 3 times 4 And we know that the answer is 12. And since we are talking about integers, 3 times 4 can have another 3 more variations that we can solve. It seems difficult, but I'm here to guide you. It will really be easy since we have rules to follow. We will get the same number for the 4 problems. It will just vary on the sign of the 2 factors, the multiplier and the multiplicand. For the first problem, we already know that the answer is 12 or positive 12. 3 is positive and 4 is positive. So the product of integers with the same signs is positive. Correct! How about for the second problem? 3 is negative and 4 is positive. So the product of integers with different signs is negative. Very good. Negative 3 times 4 is equal to negative 12. Next one, 3 is positive and 4 is negative. They have different signs also. So the product is negative. Perfect. 3 times negative 4 is equal to negative 12. And last, 3 is negative and 4 is negative also. They have the same sign. So the product is positive. You got it all right. Negative 3 times negative 4 is equal to positive 12.
Okay, good. But what if the given problem has more than 2 integers? Let's say 3 or 4 integers. Oy, I learned this faster than my classmates back in the day.
Freshies, we can use the idea of odd and even in the number of negative factors. When we say even numbers, these are 2, 4, 6, and so on. And odd numbers for 1, 3, 5, and so on. So if we have an even number of negative factors, the product must be positive. And if we have an odd number of negative factors, the product must be negative. Say for example, negative 2 times 3 times negative 5. How many negative factors are there? We have 2. And 2 is even. Since it is even, the sign of the product is positive. And 2 times 3 times 5 is 30. The answer is positive 30. Number 2. 3 times negative 1 times negative 2 times negative 4. How many negative factors are there? We have 3. And 3 is odd. Since odd, the sign of the product is negative. And 3 times negative 1 times negative 2 times negative 4 is negative 24.
Good news, Iha. I have here 800 pesos for our food. This will be the greatest meal I would have for this day. I can already imagine the rice cakes.
That's great news! So if we have 2 people in our group, how much should an individual meal cost? Freshies, what operation do you think should we use for these integers? What? Right! Division! So, we will divide 800 by 2. 800 divided by 2 is 400 pesos. This time, we will proceed with division. Let's divide first the following numbers. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 84 divided by 6 is 14. 100 divided by 5 is 20. Wow! You did a great job! Congratulations! In division, there are terms that we should be familiar with. These are the following. Dividend is the number being divided.
Divisor is the number which divides the dividend.
Quotient is the answer when we divide. For example, divide 20 by 4. The dividend is 20. The divisor is 4. And the quotient is 5. In division of integers, we need to familiarize ourselves with the symbols used in dividing numbers. I know that you are familiar with the symbols used in dividing numbers. First, we have the fraction bar. Say for instance, 4 divided by 2. And the division symbol. Say for instance, 4 divided by 2. And before we divide integers, we need to be familiar first with the rules in dividing integers. And this will be very easy for you because the rules in multiplication is the same as the rules in division. Take a look at this. Positive divided by positive is equal to positive. Negative divided by negative is equal to positive. And also, positive divided by negative is equal to negative. Negative divided by positive is equal to negative. In short, when dividing integers with the same signs, the quotient is positive. And if they have different signs, the quotient is negative. Furthermore, 0 divided by any non-zero number is always 0. And any non-zero number divided by 0, the quotient is undefined. Now, let's apply the rule in dividing integers. Help me in finding the quotient of the following integers. Number 1, negative 10 divided by 2. Number 2, 0 divided by 5. Number 3, negative 51 divided by negative 3. Number 1, negative 10 divided by 2. 10 is negative and 2 is positive. So they have different signs, which means the quotient is negative 5. Next, 0 divided by 5. 0 divided by any non-zero number is always 0. So the quotient is 0. Next, negative 51 divided by negative 3. 51 is negative and 3 is negative. So they have the same signs, which means the quotient is positive 17. To completely grasp this concept, let us have more examples included in your module. In this activity, we need to find the quotient of two integers. Number 1 is 63 divided by 9. Since both are positive, the sign will be positive. And 63 divided by 9 is 7. So the quotient is 7. Number 2, 125 divided by negative 5. Since they have different signs, the sign will be negative. And 125 divided by negative 5 is negative 25. And last, 0 divided by 50. Since the dividend is 0, the quotient will be 0. Where is Auntie Jer again? Do you have an idea, Freshies?
My grade 7 ahijados and ahijadas, if you're looking for me, I've prepared challenges for you. You only have 1 minute to answer all of this. Remember, the answer lies in the choices. Try to find me if you can.
Oh, who doesn't like math challenges? Sit, sit, it, sit in a minute! List down the letters of the correct answers to form a word that will reveal Antiger's location. Find the product of negative 21 and negative 3. Letter D, negative 63. Letter E, negative 7. Letter F, negative 24. And letter G, 63. Every day, Tom drives his car 20 miles going to and from work. How many miles does he drive to and from work in 5 days? Letter A, 100 miles. Letter B, 4 miles. Letter C, negative 4 miles. And letter D, negative 100 miles. Find the quotient of negative 72 divided by 9. Letter R, negative 63. Letter S, 8. Letter T, negative 8. And letter U, 81.
Hurry up, ahijados and ahijadas.
Oliver removed 56 marbles from his marble box and put them into 8 groups with an equal number of marbles. How many marbles were in each group? Letter D, negative 7. Letter E, 7. Letter F, negative 64. And letter G, 64. Let's check your answer. For the first question, the correct answer is letter G. The product is 63. Second question, the correct answer is letter A. Tom drives a total of 100 miles in 5 days. For the third question, it is letter T. The quotient is negative 8. And for the last question, the correct answer is letter E. 7 marbles were in each group. Were you able to answer the questions correctly? Great! Now, how do we find Antiger? Oh, that's why the letters for the choices are different. It is a secret message. So the answers are G, A, T, and E. Antiger is at the main gate.
Before we part ahijados and ahijadas, I want you to answer the additional activities in your module. Till we meet again, goodbye!
That's it for today, but learning does not end here. In our next episode, we are going to explore the properties on operations of integers. Again, this is Teacher Bell, ang iyong kaduo sa Math 7. I hope we help you become math tibay, math talino, and math galing!